My favorite shirt is a made-up line that I have conceptualized called Snack Merch by Lacey J. Here are some things you can expect in this imaginary line. 1, t-shirt that says nachos are my love language, and it's got a little flavor down at the bottom like crunch, okay? Also, imagine this. You're hungry, you're walking along, you're like, man, I wish I had a meat stick. Well, shirt designed with a meat stick pocket. You just stick that meat stick in there so that when you're ready, you just can pull it right out of your t-shirt. I think it's brilliant. Dropping 2023 snack merch with Lacey J. I haven't thought about this for a long time already. It's no big deal. So that by the time that I'm on Survivor, I've got merch ready for people to buy. I'm just saying. Hi, I'm Lacey J. I'm an entrepreneur who started a social media agency at age 22. Weird, I know. I've been niching it down and building it up over the last 11 years, and a long 11 years they have been. Being on social media so much is hard on my and my team's mental health, so we work to find routines, balance, and focus on ethics that keep us showing up authentically online. If you manage social media accounts and you feel confused, unfocused, or straight up wackadoo, welcome to the club. We meet here once a week. Hello and welcome. I am so happy to have y'all here. We are coming to the end of season 1 of Social Media with Lacey J. If you've been along the whole ride, you're welcome. I've really enjoyed having you here. I hope you've gotten a lot out of this content. As we're wrapping up the season, I want to do a little bit of best of from throughout the year. So, some of our most popular content from throughout the year was focused on what's not working on social media right now, which is not surprising because we come up against things that are not working constantly in our job, and it's just nice to hear other people talk about it so that you know that you're not on your own. 2 episodes stood out as the ones that y'all found the most valuable. Episode 21, titled Facebook's Pages Experience Sucks, and episode 25, 4 Things Making Social Media Suck Right Now. So let's start by looking at episode 21, where we discussed the absolute cluster that was this switch from classic Facebook pages into this new pages experience. So Facebook is doing this really strange kind of hybrid thing right now where you log in as your personal account still, but then it can let you switch back and forth between page profiles. Up at the top right, it'll show your avatar. You can click on that. You can click a different page that you want to have be the profile that you are acting as on Facebook at that time. Okay. So that solves a couple of things. This function solves a couple of things. 1, over the last few months, it's been really difficult to figure out how to interact as your page on Facebook, how to comment on other content as your page as opposed to as your personal profile. So this actually does solve that problem. Now, in solving that problem, it's created other problems. You might notice if you are an admin on many different pages that you go up there to switch profiles, and all of the pages that you're an admin on are not listed. Only some of the pages that you're an admin on are listed as an option for you to switch to that profile and engage on Facebook as that profile. Why? Why are some of them there and some of them not? I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Is it because you're not an administrator role? No, that's not right, because there are many that I'm an administrator on that are not showing up in my ability to switch to that profile. Is it maybe that there are certain pages that have been claimed by a Facebook business manager or claimed by a business suite, and that delineation shows whether or not you can use the profile? I don't know. I don't know why there are some that are not showing up as an option for you to switch to the profile and interact as that page on Facebook. It doesn't make any sense yet. A lot of the consulting clients that I work with are experiencing this too. We're screen sharing, and they're showing me that there's a drop down for the profiles that they can switch to, and maybe 2 out of the 3 pages that they admin are available there, and the third one is not available. This sucks. It makes no sense why some are and why some aren't. But if you are experiencing this right now, I want you to know you are not alone, and you are not alone in the fact that it doesn't make sense why and how this switch happened. We didn't even get like some sort of video overview that showed us that this profile switcher was coming. So just keep experimenting with it and don't get frustrated. You're not the only one that can't see all of your pages in that profile switching option, okay? Advertising has been experiencing some major glitches on Facebook now that this new pages experience has been launched, okay? if you do most of your ads from the ad center, there are things missing and objectives missing that we can't find all of a sudden. Even things glitching to the point that maybe we're doing a link post and we're driving traffic, we're driving website traffic. Things that used to work just fine, now all of a sudden it's showing us that the image that is attached to that link is not working and loading properly. So there are a lot of glitches behind the scenes that have popped up with the switch to this new Pages experience when you're working within Ad Center. We have a few people on our team at Spry who exclusively run ads through the Boost This Post Now button. So actually going to the Facebook page itself, scrolling down to the piece of content that you're wanting to put some advertising behind, pushing that blue button and running ads from there. And we haven't seen any issues with that functionality, okay? So if you're starting to get frustrated in Ad Center, or if you're starting to get frustrated in Ads Manager, if you can even find Ads Manager in this day and age, okay? I usually have to go in the URL facebook.com/ads/manager for it to pull up. I can never find the right sequence of buttons to get to that location. So bookmark is your friend. Anyway, if you're using Ad Center or Ads Manager and you're experiencing some major glitches when you're trying to find the right content to be able to promote, you're trying to find the right objective, you're trying to seamlessly get the logistics through for a website traffic style post, you're not alone. This is glitching out for a lot of us, so don't get too frustrated. The third thing that has been really tough and not working well with Facebook's new Pages experience is Insights. Like, what the heck is happening with Facebook Insights? Old Facebook page insights, right now you can still access on most pages, okay? When you're looking at your page that you manage, on the left-hand side at the top, you've got a navigation that's a business suite navigation, and there's maybe 5 or 6 buttons there. Now, underneath those buttons on the left side, there is quite a few more navigation buttons, including an Insights button there, which, how confusing is that? There's an Insights button for the business suite section and an Insights button for the page insights. And when you hit the page insights button, it actually, watch what happens to the whole Facebook dashboard. Boom. It goes back to old Facebook where your avatar, your profile avatar moves to the other side. The font switches, the navigation and the header switches, but you're able to actually access a lot of the deeper data that we're not seeing in the business suite Pages experience update. We can access information like insights. We can access information like link clicks. We can access information like, I don't know, those are some of the biggest ones that we've been missing. So when you access insights via business suite, there's almost no data available. Reach is the number that they show right away big, which makes me think that Facebook is trying to kind of push us into being more concerned about how many people we're reaching as opposed to what people are actually doing once they see that content. So reach is the main highlighted data point on the new business suite insights. There's also a tab where we can see community size, and it shows basically here's the total number of followers that you have on Facebook and Instagram. Here's how much it's increased over the last period of time that you can select. But where's engagement? Like, there's no engagement stats easily accessible through Business Suite Insights. You have to go back to the old Pages Insights, or for Instagram, open your Instagram app and go through the dashboard of Insights right on Instagram. So there is a major point missing on the insights in this new Pages experience, and I'm super curious why this choice was made to leave engagement out of those main data points that they're showcasing. It's very frustrating for social media managers like us who are extremely focused on creating valuable content and being able to prove that value very well to the people who we're working for. So again, if you are experiencing this kind of irritation with the new Pages experience, you're not alone. Wow, what a nightmare that switch has been for us social media managers. And I would say we're, at the end of 2022, and there still are so many glitches and so many issues with this new Pages experience. Now there's almost more. If you've been logging into the new Pages experience, you can see there's this new professional dashboard section, and then you can click through into Meta Business Suite. Again, totally separate ways to run ads on those two different interfaces, totally separate ways to view insights, different insights numbers shown in both dashboards. So it's wild out there. We're going to keep being frustrated by this, so I'm sure this is going to keep feeding content for all of us for next year and into season 2 of Social Media with Lacey J. Basically, if you're a social media manager, you got to get used to constant confusion and frustration. So let's go into episode 25 now, where we talked about things making social media suck right now. Here's a few of them. Let's move on to something else that's extremely frustrating. Why not? Is anybody able to promote video on Instagram right now at all? I've talked about this a few episodes ago, and there still isn't a solution that our team has found. So prior to a month or so ago, when Instagram decided that video posts were all going to be Reels now, you were able to promote any video posts, which was a different category than Reels. Well, now that the two have collapsed into one, we can find nowhere to promote video on Instagram. You try it on your Instagram app, you click Boost Post, it says, I'm sorry, this has been published to Facebook too, and so you're not allowed to promote it. Well, most of them actually were not at all published to Facebook, but this error is still popping up. You try to go do it in Facebook Ad Center. No videos are popping up for us to be able to promote. You go to Ads Manager. In Ads Manager, you also are not able to select that creative. So if anybody is able to promote video on Instagram, I would love to know how you're doing it, because we've been putting so much work into creating great video content, and now our reach is limited to just what we're hitting organically, which is frustrating. So please help me if you know already. I would really appreciate it. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about today in the What's Not Working section is Meta Accounts Center, okay? If you have not seen Meta Accounts Center before, you might not be alone. There's not a lot of reasons that you have to run into this, but when you do, it can cause some issues. So let's talk through it. The Account Center is a Meta feature that helps you to have connected experiences on Meta products like Facebook and Instagram. It helps you with logging in and out, with posting across platforms, and with managing payment across multiple platforms. Now, the Account Center is a spot where a lot of hiccups can happen, because sometimes when you're trying to connect, let's say, an Instagram and a Facebook profile to each other, it takes an individual profile to kind of be like the connector of those two things, which means that sometimes you are going to get added into a Account Center that maybe is for a client, that maybe is for somebody that you're consulting with, that sometimes I don't even know how it happens. For example, we had one of our employees this week say that they went onto their personal Instagram account and they went to publish a post right on their Instagram app on their phone. And you know, when you're publishing a piece of content on the Instagram app, there's some options down below your caption and the tags that say also post to, and it gives you some different Instagram accounts that you might be connected with, or Facebook profiles that you might be connected with. Those are all through your Accounts Center, the things that show up there. Now, the employee said that when they went to post on their personal Instagram through the Instagram app, there was actually another employee's personal Facebook that was an option for them to post to. How does that even happen? That somebody else's personal account ends up in your personal Account Center, and now somehow you can post to their personal Facebook profile? How? How does that even, is it because the planets are in retrograde? I don't know, but you have to fix it. So you can't just have people willy-nilly posting to other people's personal Facebook profiles. So let's talk about how you fix it, because you are inevitably going to run into Account Center issues. So let's talk about how you get there. First, I want to talk about on a computer. Let's say you're logged into Facebook and you are on a computer. What you will do is you will go up to your avatar, your little circular profile photo up at the top right. You will click it. You will click Settings and Privacy. You will click Settings again. Then on the left sidebar navigation, down at the bottom in a different color even, is a link to Meta Accounts Center. When you click on Meta Accounts Center, it will open up and tell you manage accounts, so you can add in or remove any accounts that are a part of your account center currently. It'll allow you to manage payments across platforms, logins across platforms, and publishing posts across platforms. Let you create some settings around that right in the account center. Now, if you are on your phone, let's say you're on your phone on your Instagram app, you go to your profile, you hit the 3 lines up at the top right, which I call hamburger lines, and hit settings. Then near the bottom, there's a link to Account Center. Gives you the same options to edit through on your Instagram app as it does on your Facebook profile on the computer. Okay, so if you have not checked out your Account Center at all, or not in a long time, I would recommend going in, looking at which accounts are connected in your Account Center right now, either through your Instagram app or through Facebook on the computer, to find what's connected and what your settings are set for right now, because inevitably you will end up with some hiccups here. Well, since we are in the complaining mood, I just feel like this is a great time to plug Facebook support, which is the most unsupportive thing on the internet right now. If you've ever had to deal with Facebook or Meta support, you probably know that it's horrible. I would say that I probably had to work with Facebook support 20, 25 times, maybe more, and I have never had Facebook support fix a problem the way that I imagined they would be able to fix a problem. Instead, what I find Facebook support to be useful for is to get myself to ask myself new questions that help me to find the answers that I'm looking for. So if you have the lucky ability to try to contact Facebook support for something, I'm sorry, it's going to go poorly. You're not going to get your question answered, but you might, if you pay really close attention and ask a lot of questions, you might get them asking you questions that give you a little bit more data and insight to what could help you solve the problem on your own. I stand behind everything I talked about in that episode. All of those things are extremely frustrating and definitely still not solved. Video on Instagram is still very confusing as to what kind of video you can promote and what kind you can't, making sure that we're not adding any GIF stickers onto a reel that all of a sudden make them ineligible for running ads. You can't add copywritten music to make them eligible for running ads. It's very confusing. It's a lot of trial and error. And the other issues I talked about in there, still, again, very frustrating. Lots of content for us for next season of Social Media with Lacey J. You might be wondering, if you're watching this, what the big E on my cup stands for, and it stands for everyone is invited to come join the Spry Space membership, okay? If you enjoy hearing about what sucks on social media and you need a place to talk about what's hard for you on social media, that's really one of the main purposes of this membership that we created. So you can go to thinkspry.com and click on the membership button. You'll learn all about what kind of things are offered in the membership, which includes direct access to some of our top social media managers who have over a decade of experience, who have experienced all of the things that are frustrating you already and either have solutions for them, workarounds for them, or can just be an ear to listen to the struggles that you're going through. So I'll see you over there, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you next time on Social Media with Lacey J. Bye.
Social Media with Lacey J is brought to you by Spry Social Media Marketing. Edited and produced by Chad Hinman and executive produced by Lacey J. Fott.